Welcome, fellas, to Diamond Dynasty and MLB the Show 25. It is finally here. We finally have MLB in our hands, and I'm going to walk you through the first things you should be doing in MLB the Show when you get the game. Obviously, this is going to be for more people that are getting it later, but if you're just getting it now for the prelude, for if you got the extended deluxe version, this is going to apply to you the same. So obviously, we're going to start on the main screen. You're going to have your team, whatnot. Your team is probably going to be a lot of bums, a lot of cards that you don't like so far. So we're going to try to build that up for you and get you the most coin possible in a no money spent fashion, because no one wants to spend money on video games, period. So let's start out. Whether you're going to go to play, you're going to go to programs. First, let's go through everything you're going to see on the screen first, just for anyone that's new to MLB the Show. When you hop straight into Diamond Dynasty, you're going to have your squad. You're going to be able to customize your squad. Obviously, outside of that, there's not much here. Then you're going to go to play. You're going to have your programs. This is the XP path. So this is going to be for your first inning. They're going to have 9 innings, most likely, over the course of the season, which is going to span all the way until before the next game of MLB the Show 26. For now, we have the first inning. It is clearly 28 days and 13 hours long, so you have plenty of time to rip through this program. You get this by just playing the game. So you get all this XP rewards by playing this game, just playing, whether it's competitively, whether it's in co-op with your friends, whether it's just doing missions, whatever it is. You will get XP throughout the season to just upgrade, and you get tons of rewards on the way. So this is just a grind itself program. There's multiple ways to manipulate to grind more XP, but we'll get into those methods in a different video. But for now, that's how that is straight up. Then you have Team Affinity. This is pretty much going to be for anyone that wants to get their captains for their teams, as well as just get some extra rewards for your favorite squads. You want to rip through all of these if you're trying to collect stuff, as well as you'll get some ball into habit packs. You'll get some XP tokens. Again, this is where you get more XP for that first inning, as well as you'll get captains for your team that can boost your team when you add them into lineups for theme teams. If you played Madden, which most of you that if you're coming from this channel have probably seen, we have theme teams there. For NFL teams, it's the same way here for MLB, where if you get 18 players onto a squadron, you get plus 10 contact, plus 10 contact left, contact right, plus batting clutch, and then 15 hits per 9. And this changes per team. So obviously, if you're like a Blue Jays fan like myself, you get plus 15. Yankees get like plus 10. And then teams like the Dodgers, which are insanely OP in this game for theme teams, you only get plus 8. But it's still pretty valuable if you're a Dodgers fan, because your team will be so juiced already. So obviously they cater to the teams that are just worse. I think the Tigers might be one of the worst, if I'm not mistaken. They're also 15. I don't know if anyone's 20. I didn't really look through it yet, but yeah, you'll get your captains through that. NL, AL, you want to collect all those for more rewards later down the road. So we'll get into that all later, but we also have assorted programs. We're going to be starting here in a little bit, but these are going to be programs where you can get easy missions done early to get you players, to get you stubs, and to get you packs. The more packs you can get, the more chances you can get at pulling diamonds. That's where we want to be. The more XP you'll get as well. Obviously, this is like 5K XP, 5K XP, 5K XP, some diamond players, all that sort of stuff to build your squadron up. We're going to be getting to all of this later on. You're going to have player drops, which you'll unlock later and later throughout for the first inning, as well as spotlight players coming down the road, which obviously will be a later thing. You'll have single player modes. You'll have the Diamond Quest, which is brand new. We'll introduce that in a second. Mini seasons, where you get to play your own season against the CPU, and you get rewards based off of how you do. Obviously, you can get the CC out of this by playing this and getting a certain amount of XP. Plus, you'll unlock stuff to get his player, as well as XP for the first inning. Then you'll go to Conquest. Conquest is massive. You get a ton of packs, a ton of players, and a ton of XP from doing Conquest. Highly suggest you do this quickly, but as fast as possible. Obviously, it takes a lot of time for those that work in 9 to 5. It's not going to be the easiest to get done early. So if you try to knock it out as fast as possible, we'll talk about some quick ways to do that as well. Showdown, again, if you want the CC, you're going to have to do some Showdown, spring breakouts, starter breakouts. I'll get into all that here in a second. And then multiplayer modes. You have your ranked, you have your co-op as well. In the ranked, you have your battle royale, which is where you draft a team. You play with that drafted team. It does cost entry fees to get in, though, because the rewards are fantastic if you end up winning ball games. You have your different events that go live, as well as player friends and casual modes. Outside that, you just go to your inventory. You collect the players. This is where you'll see all the players you're collecting, your equipment, whatnot, your packs. collections, as well as where we'll collect items for the live series, for the legends and flashbacks, as well as some inning collections and other things down the road. So that's pretty much the main screens you're going to see. Obviously, you'll have the shop, the marketplace, and whatnot. But let's hop straight into the methods of what you should be doing first. Wasting no time, our first goal should be to get as much XP as we can in the first inning program, and do that without having to use our dog shit team that I said we had earlier. Again, pretend this isn't my team that I've already worked on a little bit throughout the streams. Make sure if you're not getting into those streams, we stream every single day, or we're going to be streaming every single day this weekend before this game drops fully. So make sure you tune into those. But for now, we already did a little bit of work. Your team's probably not going to look good to start, and that's okay. It's going to start out shitty, so that's why we're going to build a better squadron. And that's going to start by doing showdowns. The reason we're doing showdowns first is because not only is it going to get you XP in the player programs, but it's also going to get you a team that you don't have to use permanently. In showdowns, you draft a squadron and you play ball games. The fee is literally 50 stubs. There's no way you don't have 50 stubs. So you get into the 50 stubs, or 100 stubs, excuse me. 100 stubs you put in, you draft your own squadron, you play these games versus the mini bosses. It's going to be like you have to get 2 runs in X amount of innings. You have a tie ball game in the top of the 9th inning. You have to win X, Y, and Z. These programs, you get better hitters along the way. So you'll get gold hitters, you'll get diamond hitters, and then you have to beat the final boss, which will be like you're down 15-0, but you have like 15 innings to hit it on rookie mode, whatever it is. And then you have to beat it and get it done. And then you'll get XP to get your player programs. The reason why we're trying to get the player programs, which we talked about earlier, is in the assorted programs, is because this is the easiest way to get some cards early. You get 80 overall Ellie, Gunnar Henderson, Skeens, and then you get our 83 Roger Clemens, along with a ball, and as a habit pack, which is a guaranteed gold or better. Not only that, it allows you to start with 10 points here. A free 10 will automatically start you to get you a pack and a few icons. Obviously, that's not going to get you a ton of the way, which is why you're also going to then follow up with these moments. These moments are super easy. Get a hit, tag, get an extra hit, get 2 hits. In these moments, these will tag on to add on more and more to getting you further and further in this program. Then you're obviously going to do missions, which are super easy. I literally did this in 1 co-op game. Strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched, 1 home run. As long as you're doing these games in the showdowns, in the conquest that we're going to get into later, the missions are going to be no problem, super easy, as well as also exchanging common players. Common players like 48 overall, so as long as we're getting up, we're getting these free show packs. You probably got show packs from just getting the game. You're going to be able to exchange some commons out of there and easily hit that mark. Then we're going to go to the spring breakout, where you're going to do these spring breakouts as well in the showdown there. So you're going to do this one. It's the same exact thing. Spring breakout compared to your starter. They're the same exact ones. The starter one's super easy to do. But it's the same way you draft a team. You got to play that, and then we can get to the spring breakout players. Once you do that for the showdown, you'll get 20 for that. So again, you'll get packs. You'll get a free 83 Jackson Ferris. Not only that, you'll get a Connor Griffin once you hit 30 from doing the missions. From the moments. The moments are going to get you 4 each. There's 6 missions, so 4 times 6. Quick maths, 24. So you get 24 out of this, as well as you'll do some missions with these players. So once you get the Ferris, you got to play with him a little bit in the Conquest, as well as the Griffin. So make sure you're updating your team as you do these. The way you get the missions props is by adding them to your regular squadron. So say you get a Ferris from the program, you just add them onto your team here. Once you add them onto your team, we'll hop into Conquest. And this is why Conquest is super easy, because they're 3 inning games against a CPU that you can play on rookie. I'll have a different video coming out probably tomorrow on how to really dominate Conquest super easily. But Conquest is where you just start. You start building outside. You start moving your reinforcements over to where you can conquest and steal and take over these obviously other teams to battle them in 3 inning games. You can play them all the way down on rookie difficulty, beginner difficulty, and absolutely nuke them for easy missions to be accomplished in these sort of games. And that's where you'll get all these missions pretty much done, is in the Conquest, where you'll also receive a ton of free packs and a ton of free players for doing these conquests. When you're done the conquests, these help other stuff that we have to do. So if we have the conquest for the batter ups, this will just get you I think stuff in itself. You can see the goals. You'll get 25 XP, as well as some easy coins there. Some of these should give you packs as well. if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, you'll get a Red Sox stronghold first turn, blah, blah, blah. Hidden reward, the show pack, and you'll get Shattered Glass. So there you go. You get some rewards there. In the West, obviously, you get show packs. You get 83s. You get 5 show packs, as well as there's some hidden packs along inside of this as well, where if you get to a random square, it'll give you a pack as well. So you get for a ton of packs. Again, we want to build on these packs to do some collections, as well as you want to build the live series collection over time. Then you can start selling some of these players as well. If you want to do the cactus one instead of doing the other ones first, you'll get show packs here. You'll get some headliners. You get 5. You get Bond as a habit pack. You'll get a deluxe choice pack. So there's a ton of free XP and packs to be had in the Conquest, as well as they're easy computer games to be played. So the biggest thing to take away from the start of this game is to start with the showdowns, build to the moments, because again, you don't need teams to do either of those. Moments, showdowns, and then you should nail the Conquest as well. The moments are always super easy. Again, they give you the player to use. You just need to hit it in one moment. It's normally one at bat or one inning you have to play, and then you automatically get it done. You add XP, you add stuff to these player programs, and once you get these player programs done, you can have a pretty good squadron. At the end of these player programs, you have like 84s, 85s starting pitchers. You have an 86 center fielder, and then you have a good shortstop, 87 plus 15,000 XP to build on that as well. Pipeline is the same thing if you want to knock out these moments where you'll get more players. And by the end of your first day playing, if you knock out a lot of this stuff, you're not going to get it probably all done in a day. You don't have to stress it. If you do a 9 to 5 and you have only 2 hours to play a day, you can knock out a good amount of this by just doing the moments and the showdown. You'll have a pretty good, I would say, about 81 to 80 overall squad, no problem. And then you can keep building off there. And if you pull some great stuff, some people will pull a Shohei, some people will pull a Mike Trout, some people will pull one of those players, and then you can sell those for coins as well. And if you don't pull anything, it's not the end of the world. You're getting free 83s so you can build into these sets and continue to climb that way. So that would be the first thing I would do in MLB The Show 25. Build off these moments, build off the Conquest, build off the showdown, and continue to build that squad up and up and up. And I'm going to release a video later on how to deal with Conquest as easy as possible, to knock it out in the fastest way possible, the most efficient way each and every Conquest you do, because some of these Conquests can get annoying, but I promise you they are worth it. They are worth it. They are worth it to do. As annoying as they can be, as long as they might take, they're always worth it to do. They'll always be worth the XP you get and the players and the packs you get along. You never know when your next pack can be a Mike Trout. Mike Trout's not even great this year. When it could be a next Shohei, when it could be an Aaron Judge, when it could be any of these players that go for a ton of Bobby Witt Jr. that can go for a ton of coins that will automatically transcend your bankroll. That's what you got to be taking advantage of. Even if you pull like a Corey Seager that goes for 50K, that is a massive. You can complete an entire live series thing for just 50K, no problem. So you got to make sure you take advantage. Make sure you got to be getting, again, as much packs as possible, building up, and taking advantage of these moments and whatnot. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. If you do, make sure to leave them. I'll try to answer all of them as fast as possible. If not, enjoy the game. Happy kickoff to MLB The Show 25, and I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, also to punch it down below so you never miss any MLB content coming at you throughout the next MLB The Show season. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.